Charlie, I think the good news is I talk to a lot of people who have been successful multi-billionaires, investors, et cetera, who even a year ago, entrepreneurs who wouldn't have thought of even publicly voicing support for Donald Trump, who after a performance like last night, I think do feel some license to say, you know what? Joe Biden has no business being the president of the United States. It's time to coalesce around Donald Trump, even if we don't agree with everything he says. And I think there's a temptation on our side. I even feel some of this when I have those conversations to sort of be annoyed, to say, okay, where were you a year ago? And where were you 2 years ago? And why weren't you saying the same thing? I think we've actually got to resist that. If we want to win the election this year, even for people who are coming to the same views that people like you and I might have had a year ago, we should say, you know what? We respect somebody who's able to change their mind. That's how we're going to grow our America First coalition and really turn this election on the positive side. So on the negative side, complacency is not an option. But on the positive side, this could be the first landslide election possibility we've had in decades, in a generation. And think about what that does for the possibility of actually national unity, something we've forgotten in the United States, to unite around a leader like Donald Trump. That's a generational opportunity that I don't want to squander. And that's going to require us to give space to centrists and even people on the center left. Give them the space not to put them in a box and say you were wrong and have to have the views you had a year ago, but to say that, you know what, if you want to open your mind and actually open your eyes and say, we're all human beings, have made some mistakes, great. I think this is an attitude, this is a time for us to be charitable to those kinds of voters, be they CEOs or university leaders or anybody else, to be able to come with us, because we're going to need every bit of that to win this in a big way.